Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our digital version of our banquet this year. What? All right. So what's going to be happening is this. Right now, I am actually on the Highlands Theater stage talking to you. I'm going to start it here, but then what's going to happen is it's going to be thrown to multiple people throughout this process who are also going to be talking about certain things as well. As I had stated in my email earlier today, if you can make sure that you're on speaker view, that's a lot easier for your viewing pleasure so that you can see what's going on. One way you could go even further is that you could pin the person that is speaking, and then they become the full screen on your computer, okay? So what I am going to share with you all here momentarily, hopefully, once I find it. Wait for it. That's what I want. There we go. In the chat, I am putting in right now the Drama Club Banquet program for this evening. All right, so it is there for your perusal. You can watch and follow along with what's next. So we still have a program, a series of events where you'll see what's going on. So it's easy to know what is happening. I'm making sure that it uploads. It is almost done. Wait for it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It's not that big of a file, but it's acting like it is. Come on. Boom, there it is. So you've got the program there off to the side. You can totally click on it. It is a PDF and you'll be able to scroll. All right. So what is happening now is I am heading to my car so that I can start delivering different goodies to different people in the Fort Thomas area. So all you have to do like everything together, all right? See a little bit. Lizzie, okay.
My turn? Sorry, I can't hear very well.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. As you said, I'm Lizzie. I was the president this year. I wanted to welcome you all to the unexpected 2019-2020 Virtual Drama Club Banquet. I'm so excited all of you joined us for a night of celebration despite the craziness of the world right now. Although we are unable to join together, we are with each other through our shared joy for hearing Burgess speak about the seniors for 15 minutes each. This pandemic has made life incredibly difficult for so many, and I hope tonight allows people to have some fun. It is definitely not the event we hoped for, but we are doing our part to flatten the curve. Quarantine has given me and many of us a lot of time to be frustrated over what we have lost or missed out on. And sure, it is totally fine to do so, but dwelling on the fact won't change the situation. So instead of focusing on what we lost, let's take a look back at what we were able to experience and achieve as a department during the school year. The start of the new school year meant the start of a new Highlands Theater tradition. Our first drama club meeting came with the introduction of the monarchy. As mere peasants, you all impressed the parliament with your great excitement for the year to come. August also indicated SRO's taste of the season. The Zollers graciously opened their home to over 40 loud theater kids who were waiting to perform skits and other musical numbers. While the parents drank together, the kids sat around playing werewolf with Maddie Burnett taking on the role of God. The end of the month was defined by the ever nerve-wracking auditions and interviews for The Diary of Anne Frank. And we first met the beloved and favorite Italian exchange student, Andrea de Cristofaro. As September began, so did rehearsals for the fall play. In between the work days and rehearsals spent calling Maddie Burnett Smelly, we honored Ashley Kelly as the second knight and Erica Cruzy as the first Baroness of the Drama Club. We also supported Tammy as she tackled the great costume cleanout of 2019. The final event was our annual scavenger hunt. Even though one team brought back alumni Steve Lang and another got some help from police officers, the pocket full of sunshines eventually came out on top. The beginning of October came and went with even more work days for rehearsals and the entire acting class asking people to fill out their type survey in every single group chat ever created. As the Miles and Magnus bromance blossomed, we held a spooky movie night filled with tricks and treats. Towards the end of the month, we held the always interesting Halloween party, once again hosted by the Zollers. Some highlights of the event were Robert Chalk as Candwich, Maddie Melson, Olivia Greenwell, and Sophia Gamble as Sherm, Burgess, and Amy, and Evan McSorley as Mr. Staff. But the best part of October was having a free Halloween night. Thank you, Harper and Cecily. The start of November saw a major shift from drama club events to focus on the Diary of Anne Frank. Tech Week was as chaotic as normal with sound crew antics backstage and Ashley Kelly freaking out about the Nazi costumes. Despite the chaos, Anne Frank reminded everyone on the importance of family, community, perseverance, and hope despite the circumstances. A bit of foreshadowing, right? We beautifully captured the spirit of Anne's journey and invited others to do the same. The hard work of the cast and crew earned us 20 Cappy nominations, including Best Play. While winning is a plus, it was the story we told and the memories we made that we will hold closest to our hearts. As the show came to an end, we started up our ever infamous indoor soccer team, the Leg Breakers. Since the second season, the Leg Breakers have been on a so-called revenge tour, trying to get their first win. After going 0-32 for 4 seasons, I am proud to announce we finally got one. Our record is now a whopping 1-39. Finally, November concluded with a few of our members giving back to the community as they helped set up a Thanksgiving meal for the homeless in Cincinnati. We ended the first semester with all of our rehearsals, Secret Garden auditions, a gigantic Secret Santa exchange, and the Christmas party. This year, we did a Christmas Clue event. With a theater wing and Mr. Young's room decorated as the clue board, teams were tasked with finding the truth about who killed Santa Claus. Don't worry, we caught the culprit and magically brought Santa back to life. January was filled with lots of all of our rehearsals and work days. The middle schoolers did an excellent job at telling the story of an orphan boy on a quest to escape his life and find a loving and accepting family. Notice how I just complimented the middle schoolers. Trust me, I think high schoolers are great too, just maybe not when they're making TikToks backstage or running the bridge into the Intels. When Oliver closed, the officers hosted the first drama club sleepover. The night was filled with fun as we played dodgeball, kickball, capture the flag, watched movies, and so much more. We also made this event to honor Andrea for the mark that he left on our department. His joy, positivity, and Italian accent permeated the hearts of everyone. As we woke up the next morning, everyone said their goodbyes. Let us all join in a round of applause to honor him. Andrea, we all miss you so much and cannot wait until you visit us again. February was a relaxing month in terms of Highlands Theater. Rehearsals were picking up for Secret Garden, but the main event was Drama Prom hosted by Cast. People danced, sang, and patiently waited for the announcement of the summer shows, Newsies, and Puffs. In March, we tried to ramp things up again with a talent show, one-act auditions, and the opening of the Secret Garden. Then, March 13th came and cut the rest of our year short. However, we did not let Queen Rona stop us from doing what we love. We quickly began work on the digital production of The Secret Garden, and the one-act directors began rehearsals for their one-act podcast. I know that I cannot wait to see how all of these innovative ideas turned out. Since March marked the last month of in-person schooling, we had to cut the Monarchy quest short. But nevertheless, we still have crowned a queen. For her commitment to the drama club, participation in production, and willingness to have fun, we, the Parliament, crown Erica Cruzy, first of her name, protector of thespians, queen of the drama club. Let us all shout huzzah 3 times in her honor. Huzzah! 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 Burgess, I'm now throwing it to you.
Thank you so much. Erica, if you would come out here and join me for a hot second. We have your robe for your queendom, so you get to enjoy this robe for the entire summer, and then we will start again anew in the fall with a new monarchy. But Erica right now is our queen, and this is her prize.
Thank you.
Huzzah! Huzzah! So, congratulations. Woo woo! So, back to you, Lizzie.
Again, congrats, Erica. Again, this is not the end of the year we wanted or expected. I think I speak behalf on all seniors when I say that we would give anything to experience the last 3 months of Highlands High School. But despite the situation, we still managed to produce theater that all of us should take pride in. To the 8th graders and underclassmen, soak up every moment you have in the PAC, choir rooms, and black box. Juniors, the department is now in your hands. Work together and lead this group of people to their full potential. And seniors, I love you all and cannot wait to cheer you on as you take your next steps. For my final act as president, oh shoot, hold on, give me 1 second, I gotta grab my phone. Okay, I'm back. For my final act as president, I ask everyone to stand up and dance to our drama club anthem one last time. Come on, Eileen. Can people hear it? Okay, I don't know if you all could hear that, but that's it. Thank you. Burgess, I think I'm sending it to you.
Next up is Maddie Melton, who is going to start the process of the changing of the guard of who is our new social media chair. Maddie, take it away.
Hi. So I'm Maddie, if you didn't know. I was the social media officer this past year, and now I'm here to hand it off to the next person. I think this person is very well fit for this position, and I'm sure they're beyond grateful to have been nominated, let alone win. So I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Yeah, so the social media officer for 2020 and 2021 drama club year, you know what I'm saying, is, gotta walk up to the door. Okay, awkward transition, but it's me. This is my house. So yeah, I'm super happy to be an officer again, and I can't wait to see who I'm working with. I'm gonna toss it over to Magnus now so he can reveal the next treasurer. Thank you.
Oh gosh, technology. So I have had the group of
being the social media, or I've had the great honor of being treasurer of the drama department for 2 years now. And as much as I've enjoyed it, I do have to pass on the reins. And I know this next person will do a great job of being treasurer, you know, keeping track of the gold purse, which is oh so beautiful, and I was told I could not get rid of when I took over this position. And I shall tell that to the next person taking over the position. And the next person, the treasurer of the drama department for next year will be, drum roll please, I figure out technology here, Teddy Sieverding. I shall give this to him. I don't know if he wants to say a few things. Yeah, I didn't think so. And with that, I will pass it back to you, Mr. Burgess.
Well, I think we're about to find out the joy this I'm doing. And hold on, I gotta it really quick. So the first award that I'm going to be giving is the Outstanding Newcomer Award. I don't know another. Is the Diary of Anne Frank video. I'll send it back to Mr. Zoller, who can start that.
Man, this is the G.I. Jive. Man alive. It starts with the.
My favorite memory from Anne Frank was seeing what was written on the cake every night. The people at the props table would always be really proud of themselves when I would like come and laugh at it when I picked it up. And then going on stage and seeing the reaction of the cast when what was on the cake was really good. Because I feel like at times like Maddie or Liam or Andrea or whoever would try to like hold back a laugh based off what was written on the cake. So that was really memorable.
My favorite Anne Frank moment was when on the Sunday show, a small group of us came in pretty early so we could dye hair. So I bleached and dyed Tattie's hair pink, and Olivia bleached and dyed Miles's hair like bright blue, and it was just like a really fun moment for all of us.
I'd say I'd have two favorite memories from Anne Frank. One of them being when Stella drew some self-portraits on the whiteboard in the sound booth. To my knowledge, those are still up to this day. And the second one would be closing night. The show's done. Everyone's bawling their eyes out, the whole cast at least. And then I just see Sam completely unfazed by the whole thing, to this one moment in the show that it really put into perspective the people in that show who I had to be friends with, go through all these scenes with, and then be left alone at the very end. And really sappy, but like that's what we're going through now. And it was such a heart wrencher, and I love making people cry. That was my favorite part. Oh, it was so good. I wanted the whole theater crying by the end of it. I got a good amount.
My favorite memory from Anne Frank was from closing night after the performance had ended. Zoe, Braxton, Eiley, and I wanted to go take pictures in the black box with the poster that was made for Cappies. So we ran up there, and of course we got there, the black box was locked. So Braxton ran after the poor janitor. He was probably wondering why 4 kids in full costume were begging him to open the black box, but of course he did. And we took our pictures, and that night when we were leaving Highlands, I remember it was snowing, and it was the most magical movie moment I've had in my entire life.
It was starting to snow. It was this super magical moment, and everyone was just so happy. We were hyped up with adrenaline after just finishing the show, and we go to the after party to one of the restaurants, and we go to IHOP. Some of you may be ahead of me, especially the people who rode in my car. I wanted to be a really good role model for everyone there, and we spent a lot of time at IHOP till about like 1 in the morning, and we were kind of forced to go. And I locked my keys in my car, and I was so frustrated with myself. And looking back, it's honestly hilarious because I was so frustrated. I was acting so emo in the snow. Oh, it was hilarious. But the people around me were just so kind and compassionate. Like, no, it's okay. You're fine. And that kind of sums up everything that Anne Frank was. It was a family who made dumb mistakes, and we were all just there for each other. I greatly appreciate that.
Leaving after closing night, we had just finished this very, very special show, and we walked out of the building with the whole Frank family and a couple more people, and it was snowing, and I can't really describe exactly why it felt this way, but it just felt like such a movie moment. Like it was completely just one of the best moments I've ever had in Highlands Theater, and it doesn't make any sense because it's just a little tiny thing, but yeah, that was definitely one of the best memories from the show, and a lot of good memories came from the show, but that's one that sticks out.
We would listen to My Girl because Braxton would call Katie, Eiley, and I his girls because he was the only guy in the Frank family. And we would all get in a hug before the show, a family hug, and we'd go out for family dinners. And I really, really felt supported. It was beautiful.
I think my favorite thing about being part of the Diary of Anne Frank was being part of the crew circle, because it was the first show I feel like I really started to click with people, because I was part of the theater department last year, but this year I was returning, people knew who I was, and it was just magical to be able to make these moments with people. And crew circle is already a super emotional time every show. We kind of pour our hearts out, but this time the show was also emotional, and it was just an extra level of just human connection and vulnerability, and that kind of connection is something that I will carry with me forever and never forget for the rest of my life.
One of the best Anne Frank moments, like in the show anyway, was when in the first scene when Anne and Mr. Dussel were meeting each other. Zoe and I would be backstage changing behind the wall of the set, and Mr. Dussel would freak out about the cat as soon as Anne mentioned it, and he would look, he'd open the door and look backstage, and he'd look at Zoe and then look at me, and then go back immediately out and shut the door, and Zoe and I would just try so hard not to cry laughing right then and there.
technical theater class, when Burgess told me that's the day we were going to CCM was the day I didn't have a conflict with, I was super happy since prop runs are always some of my favorite parts about being on props crew, and that was one of my favorite moments.
Tammy and Marin and Lucia, and we were doing crew circle, and we weren't even like standing next to each other, I don't think, or anything. And then all of a sudden, crew circle ended, and I think it was sort of one of the first times that we realized that like this is our last year in Highlands Theater. And so like it ended, and we sort of all was like sort of a bittersweet moment. We were like, oh, we have 2 more shows, and then we just sort of looked at each other and we were like, this is going to be our last crew circle together, because not all of us were doing Oliver, and we were at that point we were on cast for Secret Garden, so we were like, this is our last time, and we just like hugged and cried, and it was just, I don't know, like it just sort of was like the first time that it clicked that we were all going to college and like going away and stuff. So
I think one of the greatest memory that I have from Anne Frank is the first time that we did the Nazi scene. The set wasn't done yet and we didn't have our costumes on, but as they came, it was so intense that we were actually scared for 1 second. And of course, after that, we laughed about it. But in that moment, I actually understood what a great show we were doing.
It's so good to see Andrea again. So that is our review from Anne Frank. Thank you, students, for sharing those memories. We are now going to go live to Tammy Sano, who is our current secretary, and she is going to be making our announcement for the new drama club secretary. Tammy, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here, I'm here. Wait, I think I left my keys in the car. Oh, well. Hopefully I didn't lock the doors. Probably should stop it. Okay, sorry for being spacey, hold on. All right, we're good. So I am here to announce the next drama club secretary. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for this great experience. I've had a wonderful time being the secretary this year, and I'm so excited to pass it off to this next person. I've known her for years. She's worked really, really hard at everything she does, and I'm so very excited to announce that the next drama club secretary is Sophia Gamble. So I'm currently where she RSVP'd that she would be. So if she's here and could come outside to the front door, that would be ideal. If not, it's okay. I'm just here chilling, you know, as one does. So if you're watching this, hello! Congratulations! Here, I'm gonna put this here so you don't get the Rona. But that's your gift, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. You're gonna be so amazing, and your dress is so pretty. You have anything you wanna say, or?
Thank you so much, I'm really excited.
Great, I love you so much. I miss you too. All right, there's that. I'm gonna pass it over to Zoe, if she's ready, to do the next person. All right, whenever you're ready, Zoe.
Hello. It is my job to pass on the role of vice president. First of all, I would like to thank you all for letting me have this position. I've absolutely loved serving this year. The person that I'm passing this off to, I am 100% confident will do an incredible job. This person has showed such dedication to the program. They have showed everyone what it means to be truly inclusive and make everyone feel loved, and has brought a comedic spirit to everything that they do. So, Liam Morris, if you come outside, I have a gift for you. Hello! Hi!
Oh my gosh!
Here's your gift. I'm so proud of you. After this is over, I will give you a big hug. You're gonna do incredible.
Dude.
I'm happy for you. All right, I'm ready to pass it off to whoever's next.
That would be me. My next award that I'm giving is the Outstanding Vocal. Now, this person could have been considered for a newcomer as well, because this is the first year that they've been a part of our program, and they have been someone who has been such a pleasure to work with during the Secret Garden. So kind, so inviting, so caring, and I am so proud to give her this award. Mr. Young and I talked about it. So the Outstanding Vocalist Award goes to Olivia Bear. So if Olivia could come out for a second, I have an award for you.
Hi!
Hi!
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Congratulations. There's your little trophy. So
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Well, enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. I do believe we are going to Mr. Zoller now, who is going to do our first batch of senior moments, senior minutes.
Hey, Jason, are you still there? Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, we couldn't hear you when you did your Outstanding Newcomer Award. Do you want to give us the scoop on who won?
Oh, yes. Terribly sorry. My Wi-Fi, my service over there was definitely spotty. What I said was about Robert was that he was someone that I could not think of someone more deserving of that award. The growth that he has had from last summer when he was involved in cast and with Mr. Burns, Robert knows that I would joke with him about he's never allowed to touch a saw, and how he has grown so much in that 1 year has been simply phenomenal. And I definitely think that Robert has become a linchpin of the program, and we're really excited. I was really excited to give him the award.
So ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Robert Chalk. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, so we're now going to transition and get our first set of senior minutes from Jason Burgess when he shares his perspective on our graduating seniors. Bear with me just a moment. Sorry, folks, just having a quick technical challenge here. It'll just be just a moment.
Our first senior minute is going to be Perry Hensley. Now, normally these are senior minutes, which I try and keep them around 1 minute, but I only have 14 seniors, so I'm going to be probably around 2 minutes per person. So I hope that's okay with everybody. If not, then go get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to. But our first one is Perry Hensley, and I will always remember Perry for her demeanor. I mean, she is someone that is so even-keeled. I've never seen her have a super high. I've never seen her have a super low. I've never seen her get mad at anyone. You know, I would ask her in class, like, "Are you good?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It was always that. It was never everything was tight-lipped. Everything was like grace and I've got this and I'm good. And I extremely appreciated that from Perry. She was never a person that I had to worry about. She had her plan and she knew what she was doing. I think the thing that impressed me the most with her was the time that I got to spend with her in directing class and then watch her direct a production. You know, Perry, I know, loves devised theater. She loves Caroline Stein and the Inboca productions that they do, which I think are fantastic as well. And Perry being a dancer, I think devised theater really lends itself to her very easily. And watching her create her own story and her own message through her one act last year was such a fun treat to watch. And it was really cool to see creativity done through movement and all that. And so Perry, I wish you the best of luck in the fall going to Western. And I love that campus. I think you're going to have a fantastic time there. I know that you're ready to start your next adventure. And so I wish you the best of luck at Western Kentucky University. And thank you so much for being a part of the theater program. Our next senior minute is Ethan FESSLER. Now, Ethan is the second FESSLER to graduate from the Highlands theater program. And I don't think two people could be more different than the two FESSLER boys. You know, I was fortunate to work with Ethan on multiple productions, to have him in class. And, you know, the one thing that really stands out to me about Ethan is I'll never forget when he was in my tech class. And, you know, school was not his thing at that point. And he was struggling. And all of a sudden it was like this light switch flipped on and like this drive started. And I'll never forget that for some reason, because it was just like this whole new Ethan started to emerge. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, I know this now with having taught for so long, that, you know, when siblings are involved in the same program, sometimes a younger sibling doesn't know where their place necessarily is, or they just try and follow. And the thing that I really liked about Ethan was he was like, I am going to be my own individual and I'm going to do my own thing. And I think that stood out immensely. So Ethan, I love your determination, your grit. I think you're going to be great at the University of Cincinnati in the DAP program. I'm going to miss your dry humor, your mumbly wit, where it's like, oh, what did you just say? Your sly smile. Well, I wish you nothing but the best of luck in the fall. Thank you so much for being a part of the theater program. And yeah, I hope to see you around. Our next senior minute is KEELY REITMAN. And KEELY is, I think everyone knows KEELY with her involvement with the strings program. I remember KEELY all the way back to Once Upon a Mattress, and being one of the ladies in waiting, you know, medieval times. And, you know, I think it was interesting to watch KEELY's growth from 6th grade all the way up to this year. And, you know, KEELY started and she was involved in the productions from an acting standpoint. And then she transitioned to being on crew. And then she transitioned to being a linchpin in the orchestra for some of our musicals. The thing that will stand out to me above everything else is her work in the Diary of Anne Frank. You know, I had this idea of like, what if we had live music during the Diary of Anne Frank to really like set the tone and create a feel. And, you know, I was thinking like, Schindler's List a little bit in my mind and stuff like that. And so I had approached her, and she just grabbed it with both hands and ran with it, and not only selected music that was appropriate and fit, but was selecting composers who were a part of World War II and the movement and sending messages through music. And I was beyond floored with her work ethic and her drive and her passion to not only do it, but to do it extremely well and to put thought and creativity behind it. Keely, you are definitely someone that I'm going to miss with that work ethic, with that drive to have your level of expectation higher than mine. And I know that you are going to go to the University of North Carolina School of the Arts and just set it on fire. I know you did a camp there, and so you kind of already know the program a bit, and I'm sure they cannot wait to get their hands on you to utilize you in all of their endeavors. So I am so glad that I got to know you, and I am going to miss talking to you, your professionalism, your talent, just the overall package. So thank you so much for being part of the theater department, and good luck in the fall. Luke Laskey, like there's no other way to start this senior minute than just to say Luke Laskey. I have been fortunate to know all of the Laskeys, and that makes me feel very old, but also very honored and very privileged. Luke, one of my favorite memories of Luke is when we were doing The Wizard of Oz. I don't know if Chris and everyone remembers this, but during The Wizard of Oz, it was one of the performances. I cannot remember which performance it was, but there was this massive scene change coming up. And on that show, Luke was either on like run crew or prop crew. And so you see all these crew people come out on stage, and they're making this huge transition. And Luke comes out in his Wizard of Oz hoodie, which was like bright, like this green color, I do believe. And he's like a supervisor, like he's on stage just kind of watching what's going on, and then it ends and then it gets off. And like I just cracked up because Luke has the biggest heart and just wants to be a part of anything and everything that he can be. I mean, the guy has been involved in so much, and I am so glad that the theater department was one of those things. To watch Luke grow, and when he was younger, not being the most social person, and kind of being on the side a bit, and then as he has grown, like his jokes that he tells, and the just the warmth that he brings, the kindness that he brings. Luke, I'm going to miss all of those things. I was so happy to have you in Tech Theater this year. I hope that you thrive in KU. I know that you will. You have fantastic support system with all of your sisters and your brothers and your parents. I'm so proud of the young man that you've become, and I hope only great things happen for you. So thank you, Luke, and happy graduation.
All right, so that's our first set of senior minutes. We're now going to turn things over to Lizzie Roding if she's ready, and she's going to be announcing the next president of the Highlands Drama Club. Lizzie.
Okay, so I was again the president for this year. Sorry, I was muted there for a moment. It's been a really big honor of mine to be the president for this year. The person that got this position for next year is a wonderful human being. They will do an absolute great job. I'm so proud to call them a friend and have been a part of their life for the past couple years. So Zoe Zoller, do you want to come out to your front porch?
Thank you.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Thank you, everyone. I hope I served you well.
Yay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening in our house right now, sorry. We are about to take a look at the thespian induction video. So over this past weekend, if you are being inducted into the International Thespian Society, you should have received your materials on your doorstep. And we'll turn things over to the Vice President, Zoe Zoller, who will take you through your official induction ceremony.
Friends, it is a pleasure to welcome you here to share in the induction of 24 members into Highlands High School's troop number 6398 of the International Thespian Society. Through hard work, sacrifice, and dedication, the candidates have earned the right to be called thespians. It is a title of honor, signifying a commitment to an art as old as humanity. During the 6th century before Christ, one of the writers of tragedy who won the approval of the priests at the festival of Dionysus was Thespis. About 535 BC, a new dimension was added to drama when Thespis, a prominent leader of the chorus, stepped from that group and recited portions of the drama alone, thereby becoming the first actor. We also believe that it was he who first used masks so that a person could portray more than one part. In honor of this early Greek playwright, all actors are called thespians. In his honor, we are the International Thespian Society. We have as our emblem the two masks of comedy and tragedy, etched in colors of gold and blue, bound together with the thespian T. Wearers of this emblem should remember that it represents a proud and dignified heritage, and that this heritage is now entrusted to us. Commitment to theater is what the International Thespian Society is all about. The society was established in 1929 by a group of college and high school teachers in Fairmont, West Virginia. Their guiding principle was a dedication to excellence in theater arts in secondary schools. In the 90 years since, the society has grown into an international organization with more than 2 million members, but its goals haven't changed. The International Thespian Society still strives to make education and arts programs places for good theater and to honor those students who do theater well. The society is a service as well as an honorary organization. In order to become a member of Highlands Theater Troupe, students must earn thespian points. ITS has an official point system which provides the recommended number of points awarded for a specific assignment. The ITS point system is summarized in this way. 1 point represents approximately 10 hours of excellent work. To become a thespian, a student must earn 10 points. Induction points are earned through participation in full-length productions, one-acts, student productions, or through participation in middle school theater. Induction points are earned in at least 2 of the listed categories, for example, acting and production. Thespian membership is offered to all students who qualified. No student can be elected into the troupe, and no student can be denied membership if he or she has fulfilled all membership requirements. These following students have accepted induction into the International Thespian Society: Allison Bertasso, Sid Bredwell, Katie Bushley, Chloe Caudill, Robert Chalk, Emma Cooper, Will DeSola, Connor DeFevers, Rachel Fessler, Cooper Gamble, Colin Gastright, Alana Corrigan, Grace Grau, Erica Cruzy, John Lasky, Caleb Lindsay, Jonah Listerman, Evan McSorley, Keely REITMAN, Ellie Rowland, Alex Tibbs, Sophia Beshapitze, Jude Williams, and Chloe Zett. All inductees from your homes or parties where you're participating in this banquet, please recite this pledge. I promise to uphold the aims and ideals of the International Thespian Society. I am a student of theater and excellence is my ideal. I promise to perform my part as well as I can. To accept praise and criticism with grace. To cooperate with my fellow thespians. And work for the good of the troupe. And to share my love of theater. Congratulations and welcome to the International Thespian Society. Always remember our motto, which comes from Alexander Pope's essay on man. Act well your part, there all the honor lies. Let's please give the new inductees of the Thespian Society a round of applause. Thank you, inductees.
All right, we are kicking back to Jason Burgess, who will be presenting another departmental award. Jason, are you there?
I am here. So my next award is for Outstanding Technician. Now, this person that I'm giving the Outstanding Technician Award to is someone who has also been a transplant into the theater program. They did not go to Highlands Middle School. And when they came into the program, I'm pretty sure they were hoping to be a performer in all the shows, which most of you are. But this person has become someone that I could rely heavily on, whether it be props or set deco or stage managing. So the Outstanding Technician Award goes to Olivia Hart. So if Olivia could come outside, I have an award for you. Congratulations. You're welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoa, yeah, don't drop it. All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Now I am passing it back to Mr. Zoller that is going to do the Thespian Honors video now.
Okay, sorry, it's me for a minute. Mr. Zoller got kicked off the Zoom, so you're just gonna stare at my face for a little bit. How's everybody doing?
You can just let him know he'll be back. You don't have to stay.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, I'm gonna get off now. Bye. So we're back to me again. While we're waiting, something nice you could do is put something in the chat about somebody in the department who has helped you or that you look up to a lot. So why don't you do that while we're waiting? There you go.
Okay.
The next portion of the Thespian ceremony is to recognize Thespian stars and honors of students who have been inducted this year or in previous years. As stated before, the ITS point system is summarized this way. 1 point represents approximately 10 hours of excellent work. After earning 10 points to be inducted, students continue to accumulate points to receive different honors. Points are earned through participation in full-length productions, one-acts, student productions, CAPIs, officer positions, or through participation in middle school theater. The following group has earned 1 star, meaning they have accumulated between 20 and 29 points. Allison Bertasso, Sid Redwell, David Deering, Cooper Gamble, Ashley Kelly, Peter Laskey, Evan McSorley, Annie Perkins, Keely Reitman, Alex Tibbs, and Jude Williams. Let's please give this group a round of applause. Thank you, Thespians. The following group has earned 2 stars, meaning they have accumulated between 30 and 39 points. Robert Chalk, Will DeSola, Natalie Horton, Charlie Kraling, Luke Lasky, Maddie McIntosh, McKenna Pinkston, Patty Sieverding, Hank Slavey, and Mason Stoll. Let's please give this group a round of applause. Thank you, Thespians. The following group has earned 3 stars, meaning they have accumulated between 40 and 49 points. Lucia Combs, Braxton Boring, Nate Collier, Stella Fallbush, Sophia Gamble, Olivia Hart, and Miles Sauer. Let's please give this group a round of applause. Thank you. The following group has earned 4 stars, meaning they have accumulated between 50 and 59 points. Sydney Earle, Olivia Greenwell, Liam Morris, Liam Pergram, Julie Russ, and Maren Toole. Please give this group a round of applause. Thank you, Thespians. The following group has earned the distinction of Honor Thespian, meaning they have accumulated between 60 and 69 points. Madison Burnett, Maddie Melson, and Zoe Zoller. Please give this group a round of applause. Thank you. The following group has earned the distinction of Honor Thespian plus 1 star, meaning they have accumulated between 70 and 79 points. Molly Bucher and Eileen Lorenz. Please give these 2 a round of applause. Thank you. These last 4 people will be recognized individually for their contributions to the theater department. The following Thespians have earned the distinction of Honor Thespian plus 3 stars. With 91 points, Cassidy Permy. With 91 points, Tammy Sano. The following Thespians have earned the distinction of Honor Thespian plus 4 stars. They are, with 100 points, Lizzie Roding, and with 105 points, Magnus Sieverding. Thank you to all of the Thespians for your hard work and dedication to the theater program.
All right, now back to Jason Burgess for our next departmental award.
Thank you so much. This one I actually get to deliver from my car because I know this person is not able to watch this evening, so I don't have to run around as much, which is nice. And this person that I have given the backstage award to is someone that I feel like flies under the radar. That a lot of people don't know maybe how much they help and assist in the activities going on. You know,
some people ask me what's the difference between the backstage one and the outstanding technician. And the biggest difference is that like the technician award, I look to be from a designing standpoint, and the backstage one I consider to be more from a crew standpoint. And this person, I was actually looking at it, has been a crew member in multiple areas, props, lights, lights and sound crew, and this summer they're delving into stage management. And so I am extremely honored and proud to give the Best Backstage Member Award to Grace Grau. So Grace, I will get this award to you sometime this summer because you'll be working on Newsies with me, but I'm extremely proud to give you the award. So I'm gonna hand it back to Jason Zoller, and we're going to do our next Senior Minute montage. Our next Senior Minute is Elle Goebel. Now, Elle stands out to me right away because of her joy for Shakespeare. She put so many people to shame with her intellect of knowing so much about William Shakespeare and all of his canon of shows. Elle has been extremely involved in Cincinnati Shakespeare Company and in their groundling program and all kinds of their events and workshops and productions. So I know that is something very avid to her. But the thing that I think is even more impressive with that is how that love for Shakespeare has molded her into a person who loves playwriting. And I think you are going to be fantastic at NKU in playwriting. I know it is a niche that you have been desiring for so long. And I know that you are counting down the days to where that becomes your primary focus. I cannot wait to see what you create and what you build, because I think it's going to be simply phenomenal. And then the other thing that stands out to me about Elle is her growing awareness of who she is. And you know, I've enjoyed this past year in acting class, especially getting to know you more and getting to know the real you, which I think earlier in your high school career, you were really trying to shelf and kind of hide. And I think this year you kind of realized that I need to own who I am. And I think it's been beautiful and fantastic. And I thank you for letting me in on that journey and be a part of it. So Elle, thank you so much for, you know, really shaping the house aspect and house manager and how we greet everyone. Thank you for your intellect. Thank you for your wit, and best of luck at NKU in the fall. Thank you. Our next Senior Minute is Marin Toole. Marin, to me, is a triple threat, but not in the theater triple threat realm. In the theater triple threat realm, it's acting, singing, and dancing. But for Marin, the triple threat is acting, singing, and academics. She is so intelligent. And it was clear in this year in what she was up for with all these universities and their honors programs. And I'm always amazed at those people that are that intelligent, but then also are talented. Because a lot of times we think there's academics and then there's talent, and a lot of times they're separate. And that is not the case with Marin. She has been someone who I actually feel is a quiet linchpin of the theater program. Not saying that Marin is quiet, but saying like she is definitely a leader. And even if that's a leader by example, she really commands a room. And then her talent, like Marin, you blew me away in As You Like It. So many of my favorite pictures of As You Like It are these looks that you have, you know, the side-eyed look to Grant or to Maggie or to Lillian. And I felt like you were such a presence in that production, and it will always stick with me. You were so good in that role and in that production. I'm so excited for you to go to the University of Kentucky and work on the crazy major that you were telling me the other day when I was dropping off your cord. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, and I hope you come back and see us and keep us updated with what you're doing, because it's been an absolute blast to get to know you, and I want to know what the future has in store for you. So thank you so much, Marin. Our next senior minute is Molly Bucher. Oh, Molly, where do we start? You know, Molly has been a part of, you know, the program for a couple of years, and you know, I know so many people look at her for her artistic nature and like her style, which I do not discount whatsoever. But what stands out to me about Molly is just her passion for everything, her passion for life, her passion for politics, her passion for art, all of it. And it can't be contained, which I love. Like, you know, I know that Molly, younger Molly in high school, was just this ball of energy that was just bouncing all over the room. And not to say that that's completely gone away, but I feel like it's been refined, and you know, it's kind of been I don't want to say caged a little bit, but it's got a little bit more of a purpose to it. You know, with Molly, you know, I remember you being an ASM. I remember I could not have given the reporter role in Spelling Bee to anyone else other than you. I mean, the way that you committed yourself to a role in a show was phenomenal. But the thing that will stand out to me is this year and the talks that we had, and the honesty that you would share with me about everything that you were thinking and feeling, that you had no problem coming up to me and being like, hey, can we talk? Can you help? Can you listen? And I'll never forget being in the black box and having our conversations, being in the hallway, just sitting on the floor, having conversations. And those conversations are always going to stay with me because I felt so privileged and honored that you wanted to talk to me about anything and everything. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you're going into fashion at UC. I think it is your calling. It's what you're supposed to do. I'm so glad that you are confident in yourself, that you can accomplish that and do that. And I know that you're going to be amazing in the DAP program. So I'm so glad you're still close. I hope that we get to hang out and see each other more, and you keep me posted on what it is that you're doing. Thank you, Molly. Our next senior minute is Lucia Combs. I just had the dramatic pause there for a second because it's Lucia Combs. Oh man, if there is one thing that I wish that I would have gotten to know you more. Here's a little fact. I don't know if I've ever told you this. When you were in 8th grade and you were in my drama class in 8th grade, I was hoping then that you would get involved in theater. I could just see it. I could just see it in your light and who you were. But I'm not a presser. Like I don't press anyone to get involved with the productions because I want it to be of their own volition. I want people to, if they want to be involved, then they're involved. And I was just hoping at some point that you would get involved. And so when I saw your name pop up on the Drowsy Chaperone audition sign-up sheet, I was like, okay. And then to come to find out that other people have put your name there and kind of, you know, pressured you to audition is hilarious. But I cannot say thank you enough for getting to know you over the last couple of years. Even though we have only hung out and known each other, like truly known each other for like 2 years, I can say that I feel like I know you way longer than that. You are a person that I look up to in the way that you look about life and your selflessness. You're such a good friend. You put others before yourself so many times, and your energy and your life is infectious. Your laugh, your cackle. I cannot say enough good things about Lucia Combs. You are definitely someone that has had an impact on my heart, and I am so much better a person because Lucia Combs has been a part of my life. I am so proud of the person that you are, and I am so excited to see what happens with you because I can see anything and everything happening with you. You know, Peace Corps, backpacking through Europe, you know, just going to college. Like I think you're going to do so many great things just because of the kind of person that you are, and you will not allow yourself to do anything less than that. So thank you so much for being a part of the theater program. And I hope that we stay in contact because I'd love to know how things go after you leave Highlands.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie Russ and I'm the lead critic of the Highlands Cappies team for the 2019-2020 season. Some of you may know Cappies as an awards gala at the end of the year. While the gala is a lot of fun, it's important to recognize that the Cappies program does a lot more than hand out trophies. It's an investment in student journalism, friendship, leadership, and most importantly, a celebration of different high school theater programs throughout the Cincinnati area. Our Cappy season this year was a lot of fun, and although our time as a team was cut short, I'm very proud of our achievements. In total, we attended 3 team shows together, and collectively, we saw 11 productions at 11 different schools over the course of the season. In addition, members of our team had a collective 7 publications, an exciting feat. Most of the team joined Cappies for the first time this year and embraced the program and all it has to offer with open arms. First, I'd like to quickly shout out the members of the team this year. The returning members, Cassidy Permy, Tammy Sano, and Molly Bucher. These 3 were on the team last year, and this was actually Molly's 3rd year on the team. I'm so touched by the way you all helped our new team members navigate the program. Thank you for setting a lovely precedent, one that I know will continue in the seasons to come. Next, I'd like to shout out Marin Toole, Olivia Greenwell, Sydney Earle, Ellie Rowland, and Lizzie Roding. Thank you for taking a leap of faith and trying something new. You brought enthusiasm, hard work, and maturity to each production, and I'm so proud of your performance and camaraderie this season. I have enjoyed every minute I've spent with you all. I'm sorry that our last 4 shows were stolen from us. I'm sorry that you won't attend an in-person gala this year. However, I hope that the friendships you fostered and the successes you've had over the past 8 months serve you well in the future. I know for me personally, one of the most valuable aspects of the Cappies program is a renewed appreciation. At Highlands, sometimes we forget just how incredibly fortunate we are to have such amazing resources available to us. The CAPPYS program allows us to see the amazing things that other theater programs can do with less. And every year, it inspires me to work harder. Thank you for an amazing year. I'm very excited to announce that I will be returning as the lead critic for the 2020-2021 CAPPY season. Seniors, I know you will all do amazing things. The next chapter is about to begin. I wish you luck, but I also know you won't need it. Your dedication and leadership will be dearly missed. Underclassmen, if you like to write, if you want to broaden your horizons, if you want to make new friends and lasting memories, I highly encourage you to apply for the team next year. The CAPPYS program is a unique experience, one that never fails to help you grow. Come fall, I can't wait to see who will be joining the team. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Hi everyone, I'm Julie Russ.
Okay, we're going back to Jason for our next departmental award.
Indeed. I'm just having a lovely stroll down Fort Thomas Street here. This person, I would say I give a hard time to every single day. I don't think a day goes by that I do not make fun of this individual. But the reason that I make fun of him is because of his passion and his desire to do good in the theater department. He is definitely the whipping boy a lot of times to a lot of people, but it's all good natured and a lot of fun. And I think the No Small Parts Award could not go to a better human being than this individual. And so the 2019-2020 No Small Parts Award goes to Cooper Gamble. So if Cooper could come out, please. Hey, buddy. Hey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me give this to you. There's that.
Thank you.
And there's that.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Hello, Mary Geiger. Hey, oh, I'm so glad that Mrs. Geiger's here. Everyone, Mrs. Geiger is retiring. This is a sad, sad thing. I'm so happy for her to be retiring, but I am sad to not see her anymore. So that was a double. Sorry. Thanks. So yeah, so congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd shake your hand, but you know, that whole coronavirus
Yeah,
thing.
I understand.
So, all right. Hey, you're welcome. Bye, guys. All right, Jason, back to you for the Oliver video, I do believe.
Oh, Oliver.
Oh, Oliver was so great.
Oh, Oliver.
Oh, Oliver.
Oh, Oliver.
Oh my God.
Oh, Oliver.
Function yourself at home. Function yourself for the family. I take it to you. So strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself.
My favorite moment from Oliver was when, as props crew, we had all the props that we needed, and the scene changed stuff down. All the stress from the days leading up to Tech Week and the days during Tech Week just went away, and I felt really happy.
I'd have to say making fun of Nate.
In the booth, I would watch the entire show because I was writing music. And I would wait the whole show for Consider Yourself to come on because there was this kid and he had a solo. He was in the child ensemble, I think. But if you watched me watch that solo, I had the biggest smile on my face because he'd give it his all. Like everything he had, he would put into that solo, and he was so clearly happy to be performing, and it really reminded me of like why we all work to do this, because it's such an amazing feeling.
And these 6 a.m., 7 a.m. morning performances, Lucia Combs and I would go to Starbucks before and get like large iced coffees with a bunch of caffeine, and we'd walk in where all these middle schoolers are like lethargic and like everyone's tired, and like Lucia and I, like two of the most chaotic people you'll probably ever meet, like stunt and like screaming and dancing and just like getting everyone's energy up, and like honestly like it's just like, it was fun.
We just had such a good like booth game.
And we call ourselves the Booth Gang. So I wanted to personally thank the Booth Gang for making the whole experience so fun and so supportive and such a good environment.
A very distinct memory I have is that each of the shows, Zoe had to get the timing of one particular song just right, and every single time we were just hoping that it would happen. The timing of it was really hard to get on both ends, on the part of the actors and on Zoe's part, and those few times, like maybe once or twice when it landed perfectly, was just such a good show for them, you know.
I was always like hiding myself behind the set during almost all of the scenes. I was back there with Sam, Zoe, Spencer, Charlotte, and Griffin. I mean, all in all, it was a really fun time being there. And one thing I did learn is how to fit a string of pearls in your mouth at only a moment's notice.
Oh, Oliver.
Our next senior minute is Braxton Broyne. I mean, Braxton, that's all you got to say. You know, he knows the story. I know a lot of people know this story, but I have to tell it. Braxton made an impact on me from the very first production he did, which was Once Upon a Mattress. He was a knight, and it was the top of Act 2, and there was this chase sequence, and there are these mattresses on the ground, like they're trying to get these mattresses into Winifred's bedroom. And so like we had like 3 or 4 mattresses on the ground, and Braxton just decided to do like this, you know, tumble flip onto a mattress, then pop off and then run off stage in the middle of the chase. And like we finished that run, or we were in tech or whatever it is, and I was just like, that right there, everyone needs to be like Braxton. And you know, he was just this little 6th grade kid, and I think he was just like, oh my God, what is this guy saying about me? But that started like this journey with you, Braxton. To watch your growth has been so amazing. I know you don't like consider yourself a singer, but you know, when we go through it and you've got, you know, you've got the Music Man, and then the Wizard of Oz, and then you get into high school, and I know band was a big thing, and all of that, and so we only saw you for the musicals, and so you're part of Godspell. But then we get to Drowsy, and you know, like some of the choreography that you did, it like you just made you, and it just stands out. You know, when you were Ziegfeld, and then you know, Panch and Spelling Bee. But to me, it's this year, and what you showed this year in Diary of Anne Frank, and then with The Secret Garden. You know, I know the band department was sad to lose you from a marching band standpoint, but I was reveling in the fact that I got to have you in the fall. I cannot say enough good things about you. You're such a good human being. You're so nice. You're so inviting to every single person. You know, during Secret Garden, you've taken Connor DeFevers under your wing and made him feel comfortable. Not that he needs to feel comfortable because he's Connor, but you're so inviting. I hope that my daughters get to meet a guy like you and date a guy like you, because you are the epitome of a gentleman and a good person. And I am sad that I'm going to miss you and not see you nearly as much anymore. But I am thankful that I got the time that I did with you. So thank you so much, Braxton. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in the future, and I hope I get to see you often and know what it is that you're doing. Our next senior minute is Eiley Lorenz, and I feel like I have known Eiley throughout middle school and high school, but I feel like this year I've really gotten to know Eiley. Because Eiley's been doing a playwriting class as an independent study, and we've had a lot of personal conversations about the stuff that she's working on. But just then on top of that, you know, Diary of Anne Frank and The Secret Garden, you're such a warm soul. Like once again, you're one of these people that it totally makes sense, like why you and Braxton are together. You two are probably two of the nicest people that I have come into contact with in a long time. Eiley, you rise yourself above the fray. Your family, the whole Lorenz family, is a fantastic family. You guys just get it. You're driven and you're passionate, but you're also aware, and you recognize that what's important. And I think that's something that is extremely valuable, that sometimes I even forget. And so Eiley, I loved our conversations that we always had about anything and everything under the sun, whether it was you know, crazy things that you were doing, crazy things that the Lorenz family was doing, the band program, the theater program. But I've always considered you to be a confidant, you know, someone that I could trust, that I could rely on. And I don't think it's by any accident you going into stage management. I think you're going to be phenomenal at it. I think Greg Procaccino at Thomas More has no idea of the incredible person that he is getting. And I think you are going to make an impact the moment that you get on campus there at Thomas More. I am going to miss your sly smiles. I'm going to miss your dry humor. I'm going to miss your wit. I'm going to miss your organization. I'm going to miss your motherly attitude that you had with everyone, you rising above the fray, not getting in the middle of drama. Just like the list just goes on and on and on. So Eiley, I thank you so much for being a part of the theater program here. I'm going to miss you sincerely, and I hope that Thomas More is ready for you, because you're just going to take over the theater department there. Our next senior minute is Magnus Sieverding. Man, Magnus, like your journey has been something that is phenomenal. Like it stands out in so many ways. You know, we have Music Man and you being a part of the quartet. We have The Wizard of Oz when you were a Winky. But then here we have this transition. We go to high school and you just come in gangbusters with sound. And I know I've told the story a couple of times with you around about how I'll never Magnus's growth from freshman year to senior year is so immense. You know, I'll never forget when it was, you know, freshman, sophomore year, and you were a sound designer and things were going wrong during a production and you're just running up and down the aisles during an actual live production with an audience trying to fix things. And I remember having a conversation with you afterwards of like, you gotta be chill, man. You gotta be chill. Like I understand you want things to work, but if you represent chaos, then everyone else sees the chaos and then everyone else feels the chaos and then everything else is chaos. To this year, and like while you might feel chaos on the inside, like on the outside is this collected, calm, methodical guy that just is constantly thinking of ways to get things done. Magnus, I know you don't like it when I say it about you to people because you're such a humble human being and you kind of just want to do your own thing. But I wish I could clone you. You are such a fantastic human being in that it's about the product that you're working on and not about you at all. You just want everything to be as good as it possibly can be. You're willing to give up your time, your energy, your efforts, everything to make that happen. And that's not the most common trait with high school students. And I cannot thank you enough for being a soundboard for me, ironic, of what it looks like to be dedicated to a theater program. You are someone that is so intelligent that I have always loved bouncing ideas off of you to get your thoughts on things. You have been instrumental in this year in kind of molding the student technical director and being a drama club officer and the treasurer. You have like completely changed the way that we handle finances with student account. I'm in awe of the human being that you are, and I just thank you so much for being a part of the program. You are going to do ridiculous things. I know it because you are Magnus and you're going into aeronautical engineering at UC, and I have no doubt in like 15 years I'm going to see multiple Sieverding boys doing like crazy ridiculous things. So thank you so much, Magnus, for being a part of the theater program, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Okay, Jason, back to you for department awards.
All right. So our next one, I don't want to get run over here, so I'm going to cross the street. Our next one is Best Actress. And this person, this fall, just blew me away with her performance. You know, Diary of Anne Frank is not easy at all. And to play a role to where you have to do so much without speaking and so much without allowed to have the dialogue to express your emotions. And so it has to be through these movements and these looks. She just did it phenomenally. And then her dedication to Secret Garden has equally been phenomenal. The amount of conversations that I've had with her, I've never had to track her down for anything. She's always been on top of the ball as far as all of this is concerned. So it is my great pleasure and honor to give the Best Actress Award to Eily Lorenz. Hey! Congratulations!
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome very much. Yay! So there she is.
There I am.
Yay! Yay! All right, back to you, Jason.
All right, folks, next up, we are going to have a presentation from the SRO organization. And so, and I'll be giving that today. So my name is Jason Zoller. I am the president of Standing Room Only. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve this year in my second year as president. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some slides. All right, 2020 has been a fantastic year. And I really want to take my time today to really just share thank yous. This year, we are celebrating 10 magical years in SRO. It was March of 2010 that some very smart parents came together, had basically an intervention with Jason and said, you need more help. Let us organize a boosters organization to put some support around Highlands Theater. And over the last 10 years, I've been part of a proud tradition of helping to support Highlands Theater. We started the year with our Taste of the Season event, which was a very, very successful event financially, but I'm even more proud of Taste of the Season because we had a goal this year of bringing the students more fully into this event. And so by having them help us with table decorations, to come up with the agenda for our performances, to actually entertain us throughout the evening with song and dance and segments of the shows. I love that we were able to really honor and celebrate with our students rather than just for our students. We have fabulous parents and families, as you know. We have a program called Season Supporters where parents and families can show their support of the program by making a donation at a variety of different levels. This year, we hit a new record of 108 season supporters. This is a particularly significant number, 108, because it was just 2 years ago, this number was 54. So exactly double in just a 2-year period really speaks to, I think, the enthusiasm and the engagement that has grown in our program over this time. We also hit a new record this year of families getting shout outs in our programs. In fact, we have so many shout outs this year that the staples in our program are just bursting. We don't even know how we can get enough pages into our programs because so many parents are wanting to celebrate their kids. And that's what SRO is all about. It's about celebrating, celebrating our students. And so I love all of that energy on shout outs. And we hit a new record on our corporate sponsorships. We have wonderful corporate partners who believe in what we do, who understand our mission and want to be part of it. This year, our corporate sponsorships went up 46% over last year. And over the last 2 years, it's an increase of over 600%. So corporate sponsorships have been on fire, and really that allows us to do so many great things that really fuels our program. One of the signs of engagement that we can really measure and see in terms of how the organization is doing is, are we able to get enough volunteers for our shows? And I will tell you that not only did we hit 100% of our volunteer signups this year, we got over 90% signups done in the day after parent meeting. So it took about a 24-hour period for us to fill almost all of our roles this year. So pretty fantastic. Thank you for all of that positive energy. Your energy allows us to do great things with this program and great things with our students. And I feel like we've really been able to make a difference this year. One of the things that we believe in SRO is to reduce the barriers to engagement in our program. We want every student to be able to participate in theater, and so we try to remove as many financial barriers as we can along the way. There will never be an activity fee. That's one of our promises because we want kids to be able to participate. This year we took down pricing by 50 or 60% on a number of things, including t-shirts, DVDs, shout outs, our Taste of the Season tickets. Really everywhere where there might be a parent cost, we really tried to figure out, is there a way for us to bring those costs down for you, for our families. We've also upped the amount of benefits and things that we're trying to do for our students. So this year, we entered into a wonderful partnership with GameWorks, increased the size of our budget for cast and crew parties, so we could really blow out and have an amazing time at the end of these shows because the kids work so hard. We increased our tech meal budgets and entered some partnerships with Subway and FESSLER Pizza. And we've been able to deliver really high quality, fantastic tech meals when our kids really need them most because those tech weeks are so grueling and tough. This year we started to pay for all of the show photography. It used to be you might pay $10 for a photo. This year, every family of the cast and crew gets every picture absolutely free. We want you to have those mementos. We want you to have those things to take with you and remember your time in Highlands Theater. And of course, lots and lots of fun surprises along the way. This year, one of my favorites was creating an Oliver ornament. So you have something to put on your tree. I think that's a cool tradition. Maybe we'll have more ornaments in the future. We are also here to really provide direct support of what's happening in Highlands Theater. So we do things like production grants for new equipment. One of the things we bought this year was portable audio and sound equipment so that we can take Highlands Theater on the road and be able to take what we do, what we think is magic, to more places and to have the right equipment to be able to do that. Because of the cancellation of Secret Garden, the department had to pick up a lot of expenses that are not going to be covered through ticket sales. And so SRO is here to partner with Jason and with the district to find ways to offset some of those expenses and losses. For example, all of the awards and pins and thespian certificates and everything that really was part of tonight's event was paid for and sponsored by SRO this year. And one of the things we've been putting a lot of time and energy into this year is simplifying volunteering. We know that volunteering is a gift. We appreciate that time that you put into it. We want it to be a joy. We want it to be as easy for you as possible and not laborious. So we have completely reinvented the way we do tech meals, concessions, door decorations, to make those things very bite-sized, easy to do, and really a lot of fun. We had a team here over the weekend picking up all of the supplies for this event and for Secret Garden to do door decorations and deliveries, and we all had a lot of fun with that. I also want to say a big thank you to our theater staff. This was a tough season. These were 3 very challenging shows. And having to, at the last part of the season, with no notice, make a call on converting to a fully digital production, it was really an unbelievable challenge, and one that Jason and his team stepped up with because they didn't want the kids to not have a show. And so while the world was canceling around us, one thing remained, and that was Highlands Theater, the constant, and that we will get to stage because the show must go on. This is a top-notch program. I'm so proud to have my kids be part of it. I know you're proud as well. I was thrilled to see Highlands recognized this year with 20 Cappy nominations for The Diary of Anne Frank, which was a fabulous show. I hope you had a chance to see it. It was a heartbreaking and powerful show. Here's what you may not know about those 20 Cappy nominations. First of all, every category that we're eligible to compete in, we got nominated for. So there were 20 things we could have gotten nominations for. We got them in every single category, which is fairly spectacular. The other thing that you might not know is that as you take a look at all of the plays in the greater Cincinnati area that were nominated, Highlands received more nominations than any other program in all of Cincinnati. And this is the 2nd year in a row because last year we received more nominations for 25th annual spelling bee than any other program in Cincinnati. Let's keep up that commitment to quality and continue to deliver amazing stuff together. So thank you very much to the Highlands staff. They are a caring and supportive group. I love every year we do our Secrets of Success program with the middle schoolers and really give them a chance to have a question and answer session with Beth Rowland and with Jason. And in that session, I'm always so impressed with how anxious this team is to help people and to answer their questions and do everything they can to give that kid every possible chance to be successful in the program. And it's always after hours, but it doesn't matter. They show up and they do the hard work. So I'm looking forward to another amazing year in 2021 working with you. I want to make a special shout out to Jason, who has been having to make in his teaching job the full transition to dealing with NTI. And then on top of that, figuring out how to do a fully digital production. And on top of that, having to figure out what we're gonna be able to do with cast this summer and not wanting that to cancel either. I honestly do not know how he sleeps. So when we are able to start hugging again, please hug that man because his commitment to your kids is second to none. I want to take a moment to thank my team, the executive board of SRO. One of the best parts of my job is that I get to work with people that I respect and really, really enjoy. And so this team, Billy and Sarah and David and Doug and Tracy, with a great mix of both HMS kids in the program, HHS kids in the program, crew kids in the program, cast kids in the program. It's a very diverse coverage we provide, and that's very deliberate because we want to make sure that someone is there to represent all the voices in this theater program. Thank you, team, for an amazing year. I didn't know most of you before we started working together on this, and so I'm grateful for the friendship that we've grown, and I look forward to continuing those bonds over time. Looking into 20 and 21, we have an exciting team pulled together. We have a new officer coming in as treasurer, and so we are excited to welcome Rick Hamilton to the team. Rick is an area lawyer. His daughter is involved in the HMS theater program on the crew side, and he brings not only a passion and energy and support and love of theater, but also a lot of financial prowess and expertise in the business world that I'm so excited for us to tap into. I know he's going to be a great member of the new team. At our banquet, we typically have a voice vote on our new officer plank for the new year. We're not able to do that this year because of the distancing, so we did an online vote. That online vote ended today, and it is official with a unanimous vote of approval of this as your new 2021 executive board for standing room only. As Rick comes in, we say goodbye to Billy Heilman, who has been our treasurer over the past 2 seasons. I want to thank Billy for her contributions. She has been an extraordinarily good treasurer. She's gotten our financial house in order. But even more than her financial skills that she brings to the table, Billy is one of the people that I can count on to make every idea we have as good as it can be. She always has a build or an idea of how to do something better, or how to simplify an idea, or to get to the nugget more quickly. And so I've relied heavily on her for her great creative thinking, and she will be sorely missed on our team. Thank you, Billy, for everything you've done. And I'm so glad that your daughter will continue to be serving next year in the Highlands Theater program in high school. We will look forward to seeing you in the aisles of the PAC. We're also saying goodbye and thank you to our box office coordinator for the past 2 seasons, Emily Detmer-Goebel. Thank you, Emily, for your service. Her daughter, Elle, we heard from earlier in Jason's senior minute, is graduating this year, is heading off to NKU in playwriting to go even to the next level with her passion and love of Shakespeare, and to take some inspiration from that. Thank you, Emily, for everything you've done to get our house in order when it comes to the box office. I'm very excited to welcome Keith Chalk on board, who as a key volunteer. Next year, he will be serving as our show fund manager, which will be inclusive of box office coordination, as well as the funds that come through concessions and our shout outs and our whatever those things are. You know, you write a little piece of paper and it honors the kids. What's that called? They can't hear me. So thank you for agreeing to join us, Keith. We're super excited. And I wanted to take a moment to a special shout out and thank you to some of our past officers from SRO who have graduating seniors this year: Michelle, Chris, Marianne, and Liz. I'm so glad that we had a chance to serve together and to get to know each other over the last several seasons. And good luck to you as you deal with an empty nest or an emptier nest, as you have Liz and Luke and Tammy and Keely heading off and taking on their next big challenge. So we're thinking of you right now, and we hope that you had a wonderful celebration of graduation this past week. And finally, a huge, massive thank you to our students. It's all about you. It's the #1 reason why we exist. And my favorite moments in SRO are the moments where I get to work directly with you. This year, it's all about the seniors. I want to put a huge shout out to our 2020 seniors who have been resilient, positive, hardworking, dealing with the curveball that the universe threw at them here at the end of this year. And so we celebrate you. There's a couple of special things that we do for our seniors each year. The first is we have our SRO Theater Scholarships for our seniors. Every year we select 2 award winners of a $1,000 scholarship from SRO to put towards school expenses. This scholarship is put together through a blinded review. We have a committee of parents who are outside of the program, and they help us to assess the blinded applications. And they helped us to come up with this year's winners, which we had the pleasure of surprising on their doorstep a few weeks ago. Please join me in congratulating Cassidy Permy, our first winner, who is going to be off to Ball State to study theater creation, and Tammy Sano, our second winner, who will be going off to Miami and will be studying English and theater. We love you. Congratulations to you both. These were very well-deserved awards. We had more applications for our SRO scholarship this year than we ever have in the past, which is fantastic. And you both rose to the top. So congratulations to you both. And then we're going to talk a little bit about senior gifts. So one of my favorite traditions in SRO and in Highlands Theater are our show pen tradition. Every year we create a series of limited edition collectible pens for each show, usually 3 or 4 pens, and that always includes the official show pen. So these are the official show pens this year for The Diary of Anne Frank, Oliver, and The Secret Garden. We decided as an executive board that one way we wanted to honor you as seniors is to pull together pens from the various shows that you've had an opportunity to participate in over the past 6 years, going all the way back to your first 6th grade show in 2014, Once Upon a Mattress. And so this is the official show pen for Once Upon a Mattress. So we're gonna provide this to you, and we're gonna go ahead and complement that with show pens from your middle school shows for 7th grade, The Music Man, 8th grade, The Wizard of Oz. And take it right on into high school. Your very first high school show, Noise is Off. The musical that year, Godspell. The middle school show, Seussical. And our 2017-18 season, when you all were sophomores, when we came in with the Laramie Project, the musical that year, The Drowsy Chaperone, and the middle school show, Peter Pan. And then, of course, your junior year show, As You Like It, and Spelling Bee for high school, James and the Giant Peach for middle school. So all seniors, we dropped off with you over this weekend a blue wrapped box. If you have that blue box, go ahead and open it. That's your present. And what you're going to find inside are all of these show pens. And this year, you'll be the very first class to receive something very special in addition, which is the official Highlands Theater alumni pen. So every year going forward, our alumni will receive this special pen for you to hold and treasure or to wear as you come back to the PAC to enjoy future shows. We would love to see you in the audience. Thank you for your contributions. We welcome you to the position of alumni, and we welcome your support of this program. All of your pins are coming to you in this collectible box, and that'll be great for safekeeping. It'll be something you can hang on your wall or put on your desk as a constant reminder of your time in Highlands Theater. Thank you all very much for a fabulous year. It's been a pleasure to serve. I know I speak for the entire executive board when I say we are looking forward to an even better 2021. And for all of our parents and families out there, we look forward to seeing you at the biggest party of the year, Taste of the Season, currently scheduled for September 19th at the Syndicate in Newport. We look forward to seeing you there. Okay, what do we have next here, Jason? We have a next departmental award, so I'm going to kick it back to Jason. I see you walking around.
That's right, Best Actor. So with this one, in my opinion, this is probably one of the least surprising awards to give this year. The most surprising thing is of course, I'm like Jason and I have data on everything. This person is going to be the first person to ever receive this award in back-to-back years. I lauded him in his senior video, and I would like Braxton Broering to come on out to receive his Best Actor award.
I don't have my shoes on.
He has no shoes on. He has no shoes on.
I didn't get my shoes on. Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Look at that, all clean shaven.
No, it's so scary.
When you see him in Secret Garden tomorrow night, there's this full gorgeous beard that is now gone. So not that gorgeous. Well, Eiley doesn't think it's gorgeous. So, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye, guys. All right, Jason, back to you. I do believe for the Secret Garden video.
Secret Garden was so much fun and was just an amazing show to be a part of overall.
One of my favorite memories from Secret Garden was at like the ghost rehearsals. Lucia and I would add on to our dance to Beyonce's Partition. It got really good. Unfortunately, we couldn't perform it for you all. We were planning on doing it at Mic Check Idol and having one of the people who had a mic sing it for us.
Secret Garden was so much fun and was just an amazing show to be a part of overall.
One of my favorite memories from Secret Garden was at like the ghost rehearsals. Lucia and I would add on to our dance to Beyonce's Partition. It got really good. Unfortunately, we couldn't perform it for you all. We were planning on doing it at Mic Check Idol and having one of the people who had a mic sing it for us. So maybe one day, once the quarantine is lifted, you can watch Lucia and I do our really good dance.
I would say one of my favorite memories from Secret Garden was coming up with ghost names, and it was super funny to hear everybody's. We all came up with one.
For Secret Garden, I don't necessarily have like a favorite moment, but I did really enjoy rehearsals with Braxton because we just had a lot of fun and screwed around, and it was really nice.
My favorite part of Secret Garden, even though like the actual in-person rehearsals were cut short, they were my favorite part, getting to specifically hang out with Madeline and Marin and Justin and Zoe every day and just like getting to be chaotic and just like having fun. I'm gonna miss them a lot next year.
Oh gosh, just any time during, normal rehearsals when I would talk to Henry. Anytime that me and Olivia and Peter and Liam would just run backstage and run through It's a Maze. And even if we didn't have all four of us there, like it would be three of us, like me, Peter, and Liam, and one of us would just kind of sing Mary's part just a little bit. It was just a fun little thing that we did like all the time running through that song. So
my favorite Secret Garden moment was before Corona started. We had weekly tech rehearsals and I just really enjoyed those, and at the end Melson and I would always go sit in the booth with the sound boys, and I just like really loved spending time with them, and like I don't know, their senses of humor and those meetings every week just like made my day.
Every rehearsal was super duper fun. It was great getting to know everybody on the cast and crew and hang out with my friends that were on the cast, and though we can't really have rehearsals together, we didn't get to experience the shows or tech week. It was just super duper fun.
Secret Garden was such a wild ride, but it was so much fun and was definitely worth it in the end.
Okay, Jason, back to you.
All right. So one thing I'm going to say is this year there is no Dance Excellence Award. Amy and I did talk about it. However, one, because Secret Garden isn't the danciest show, even though we've added movement and all that, because the final product of the show not being done until tomorrow night, we felt it would be unfair to give someone that award without a complete consideration of what goes into that award. So that is the only one we did not do this year. Okay, so Outstanding Senior. This individual is one of the most selfless individuals that I know. While they might complain about something, it's just from a like determination to like beat it, to overcome it, to say that they did it. I have relied on this person for multiple years, and no more than within the last month that I've relied on this person. I am, he was the two-headed monster, and one of those heads went away last year, and now this head's leaving this year. And while I'm sad to see him go, I'm so happy for the culture that he has created within the technical theater department. I think I saw earlier on the chat that he is of God tier. And so the Outstanding Senior Award goes to Magnus Sieverding. So if Magnus could come out for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I just heard the cheering from inside the Sieverding household. There he is. It's starting to get dark. So you can see a silhouette a little bit. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I cannot say enough good things about you.
Thank you.
You
It's
are
been a great 4 years.
well. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, and you'll get to see all of his work tomorrow night, right? Oh yeah, I hope too. I'm still texting Wyatt right now, so it's going. So, but congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Oh man, and look, DoorDash just showed up. This is amazing. So, Chipotle. I want some Chipotle. Sorry, off topic. Jason, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
Our next senior minute is Cassidy Permy. Oh, Cassidy, goodness gracious. We go all the way back to the court jester in Once Upon a Mattress, right? You know, I can honestly say that it has been a very long time since I've had someone as passionate about theater and musical theater as you. I know the journey has not always been smooth for you in theater in general, but the one thing I will say is your growth within the theater department as a performer has really shown. I know that, you know, you came into high school and it was like, boom, right off the bat, you got this big role in Godspell. And then, you know, we get into, you know, Drowsy and Spelling Bee. And I know that there was disappointment. But then we get to Spring Awakening. And some of the work that you did in Spring Awakening was so good. I know it was such a challenging role. It's a challenging show in general, and you handled it with such poise and such grace and such drive. And I hope you're proud of your performance in Spring Awakening, because I definitely am. And then off stage, I mean, the amount of conversations that you and I have had about life in general, about college, you know, is immense. Like, we've been through so much together, and I'm so happy that you're going to Ball State. I know that you really wanted to get into their BFA program, but I think you're going to end up there. Ball State's such a great university. I think it's exactly what you need. I think they're going to challenge you in the right ways. And I think you're going to come out of there being like, yes, this was the right decision. I'm so proud of the woman that you've become. I'm so excited to see where you go. Like, to me, I feel like you've just started your journey of who Cassidy Permy is. And I'm extremely excited to see over the next 3 or 4 years of what that turns into. So please keep me in the loop of how you're doing. Enjoy your time in Muncie, and thank you so much for being a part of the theater program. Our next senior minute is Tammy Sano. And Tammy has been a lifer in the theater department. I remember her in Once Upon a Mattress, to Spam-A-Lot, to you know, to As You Like It, to now. Like, there are all these, you know, guideposts of Tammy's growth. And Tammy has been such an important person to the theater department for years. And I don't even know if she has definitely necessarily realized it. Tammy is the mama bear. She is the one that looks out after everyone else. She's got some sass to her, everyone knows that, but underneath it all, like, is the kindest, gentlest, sweetest person. Like things that stand out to me are, you know, when we have Secret Santas and the gifts that you would come up with people, and they were so thoughtful and so personal. You know, but You have been such a helper to me as my assistant this year. But the thing that I am probably the most impressed with is your work on the middle school shows. Your love for the high school, or for the middle school students, and your guidance of them, even though they're insane at times and can drive you crazy. You loved them so much, and it was so apparent. And by the end of the production, you were so sad to not see these little babies anymore. And I cannot thank you enough for your dedication and your passion. But most importantly, I cannot thank you enough for your heart and your humanity and who you are. I think that you have fantastic parents, and I'm going to miss the Sano and Zelesnik clan as far as seeing them on a daily, weekly basis. I think you're going to do awesome at the University of Miami. There's a University of Miami alum in my household, so I know she's excited to see you go there to Oxford. I know your mom's extremely proud of you to continue the lineage of of Miami. But whether it is performance or it's education that you go into, I think you're going to be amazing. If nothing else, just because of the person that you are. You are extremely talented. There's no doubt in that. But I think what truly sets you above and beyond is just your heart and who you are as a person. And don't lose that, because that's my favorite part of Tammy. So congratulations, Tammy, and good luck at Miami. Our final senior minute is our president, Lizzie Roding. Lizzie is the busiest person I know. Whenever I would be like, oh man, I'm so busy and all this stuff, like I would remember Lizzie and her schedules and everything. I have always been impressed throughout your entire high school career of how you could manage it all. And I know it was overwhelming at times, because we would have conversations about it. And I know there were doubts at times. There were doubts about dance team. There were doubts about theater. There were doubts about everything. And the way that you persevered, I think is something that is so admirable and so amazing. One of my, I don't know if I would say favorite memories, but one of my strongest memories with you is, I think it was Godspell. I think it was after the Godspell cast list came out, and I remember you being disappointed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you were like in Chicago seeing Hamilton. I know it might be creepy that I remember that. For some reason, I think that's what happened. And I remember you coming back into town, and you and I sitting in the booth and having a conversation about, why Godspell like shook down the way it did and all that. And I'll never forget being in that booth, and like, you're a freshman and you're being honest about your feelings, and a lot of people don't do that. Seniors don't even do that, to where you want to get down to it. And you didn't come to me confrontational. You wanted to know. You wanted to know how you get better. You just wanted to know the process more. And to me, that like in that moment, like solidified who I thought Lizzie was, of this phenomenal, strong woman who also had this sense of grace and kindness and understanding to her. And so that stands out to me. And then we get to spelling bee, and you knock it out of the park and you win a Cappy. But like, your growth is something that I have enjoyed immensely. You have turned into such a fantastic young woman. I am so excited for you at Xavier. I think that you're going to be amazing on dance team. I think that you're going to be amazing in the, I know you want to go into the Department of Education, which I think is awesome. But I'm just so proud of the person that you've become. I'm so proud of everything that you tackled in high school, and I hope you are proud of that, and everything that you can look back and be like, holy moly, holy crap, I did all of these things. So I am so proud to have been a part of your high school journey. I'm so proud of the person that you have become. I wish you nothing but the best of success at Xavier, and please keep me in touch because I want to know what happens to Lizzie as the future unfolds.
All right, well, we are down to just one departmental award left, and it's a doozy, right, Jason?
It is a doozy, the Thespian of the Year Award. I know I'm becoming this shadowy figure now. Thank goodness this is the last one. So this person is one of the most energetic people that I know. Is also one of the kindest people that I know. One of the most well-natured, and I actually for the first time talked to my officers a little bit about this award just to get their thoughts, and it was overwhelming of who they all thought should receive this award. And so I would like to give the Thespian of the Year Award to Miss Ashley Kelly. Congratulations. You're welcome so much. So, these are happy tears, right? Okay, they're happy tears. She is not upset to win this award. You totally deserve it. You totally deserve it. So, congratulations. Thank you for being so energetic and so such a warm light and just so open to everyone.
Thank you, everyone. I don't know who I would be without this program.
So,
All right, I think we've lost Jason. So congratulations, Ashley. Wow, that was a great moment. We're going to give the seniors the final word tonight. And so we want to end with some advice from our seniors. After that, we will turn back to Jason for the announcement of the new season. But let's take a moment to hear from our seniors, the class of 2020.
Each show is my next favorite show.
Probably the Drowsy Chaperone.
Probably Shrek. Probably the first one I did sound for, so the noise is off. That was freshman year.
The Diary of Anne Frank is obviously my favorite show that I've ever done.
My favorite show was Godspell, just because of the energy that was brought to the stage and all the fun music and just the meaning of the show.
My favorite show to be a part of was definitely Godspell, just because throughout the entire process there's such a sense of community. There was this day where it was super nice out and we did a volunteer performance. Mr. Burgess was talking about how it might rain when the show's over, and he was like, and if it rains it's sort of gonna be this wrap up sort of moment. And when the show ended, it was super nice out, and then all of a sudden it's while it was sunny, it just started raining and there was a rainbow, and it was just it was amazing.
Spelling Bee, it was the first time that I felt extremely close to a group of people.
It would probably be helping out Wizard of Oz. That was probably one of my favorite shows to help out with.
I think my favorite show moment specifically is in As You Like It, when we were rehearsing one of the scenes in Act 1. It ended up turning into this huge marker war, and just because it felt like such a bonding moment.
Drowsy Chaperone, the first time we came out of the fridge as clouds, which
That was my first show at Highlands, so like coming out and seeing everyone was like, it was so good.
I love As You Like It. Like, I know it's not a crowd pleaser, but I'm like, oh, Shakespeare, whatever. But that was like my first real lead, that whole show, like proving to myself that like I could make character choices and like I was capable and I can act and like I can make people laugh like with body language because they don't know what I'm saying. And it just felt good to like feel like I was capable.
Anytime he would throw his keys at someone. I think this might be a new thing he started this year, but he's been like, whenever you say thanks, he's like, no, thank you.
I forget what year it was, but during Hunger Games, being chased up 3 flights of stairs by Burgess.
Like, I loved his teasing with Katie during Anne Frank.
A sentimental one is the time that we were doing monologues and acting classes. I sort of was able to like actually feel something when I acted, which that's what I used to struggle with the most, is like connecting with the words I was saying. So like him helping me through that. I've also just like talked to him about a lot of stuff in my life, and he's just like always been there for me and always sort of been.
Me and Grant Sauer threw markers at Burgess, which started like this huge like fight where we were all throwing like markers and then Gatorade bottles, and then I was like crouched under a couch. He literally threw a bottle of Gatorade, a full bottle. It like broke open and spilled all over Lucia. Like I was covered in blue Gatorade for the rest of rehearsal.
So we sat down in the middle of his hallway and just like talked, and he let me cry for like a really long time and like gave me like super good advice, and like I don't know, I just feel like that was a really good moment that I had with him.
He's always like, this is the last time you're gonna do this show in this place with these people or whatever. And that always makes me cry, but what's new? So that's my favorite.
I don't know what kind of psychopath has a favorite Tech Week moment.
Well, I liked the middle school Tech Weeks because they were always just like the most entertaining.
Steve, like literally, Steve's sole existence during Tech Week was the best part.
I feel like for every single show, like I always look forward to sitting in the pack right before we like get down to business.
My memorable Tech Week moment actually was from Anne Frank. I was in full costume. I had the mustache and the gray hair, and I'm running through the shop being like, it's smelling everyone, and like getting people hyped. Oh my gosh, it was so magical.
During As You Like It, we were props masters. And, you know, Molly and I as a duo in charge of anything is just gonna be chaotic.
And we had to get like this trash picker upper thing.
We would just go around and like pinch people with that. So, yeah, Molly Bucher and I, Tech Week, you know how it is.
That was just kind of like a funny, goofy moment.
There's too many things.
The camaraderie.
Being able to see someone, know that they're from Highlands Theater, and just instantly becoming friends and like instantly having something to talk to about.
I'm gonna miss the feeling of like having people know me.
When you walk into the pack, you literally could get just bombarded with hugs, and that's like my favorite part.
Honestly, I'll just miss the like constant like warmth of like knowing that like I can go into the pack and like there will be people there with like open arms for me.
I think what I'm gonna miss the most is Tech Weeks. And I know that's a controversial answer, but I love Tech Weeks.
I know everybody like dreads them going into it, but that's the time where I feel like the department is closest with each other.
I'll probably miss working on the show the most. So working on constructing the set, I always enjoy that. And then most especially, I'll miss sound just in general, being able to mix a show, work with the actors.
Probably hanging out programs, probably do.
For sure, the whole cast. We had a really good time together, and yeah, I really love them.
Definitely 110%. I'm gonna miss Zoe. And then also just all my senior friends. None of us are going to the same place, so I'm gonna miss them like a lot next year.
Burgess, like I'm gonna miss having like that adult who can give me like advice from an adult perspective and like kind of like watch over me type beat. Like I'm gonna miss like having that character in my life.
I think I'll miss the most just the community and like the family that is the drama club.
So I had my audition and basketball tryouts on the exact same day. I went to basketball tryouts as the first thing on my mind, and halfway through they were like, okay, we only need to see these people, and my name was not on that list. So I got to leave early, assuming that I wasn't going to be on the team. So once I left early, I was like, oh, I can go home. Oh wait, no, I have an audition to go to. And I ran to the high school, and I got in as ensemble in Once Upon a Mattress. So had I been better at basketball, I would never done theater.
It was Tammy and Carter that were like, hey, we signed you up for the Drowsy Chaperone auditions. Yeah, let's get ready. And I was like, no. And then I was like, okay, maybe. And then I went in and I did it, and then I got a cloud. And then from then on, I was like, you know what? This is pretty good. I like this. And I did the summer shows, and then from then on, I've done every single production.
It's like this whole other world that nobody else really understands or knows about, and all of these relationships and dichotomies that like just exist. And like once you kind of get a taste of being a part of that, you don't really want to let it go.
I did Noises Off, and immediately like I clicked with the department. Like I was like, this is like my home, this is where I belong. I was surrounded by amazing people, and I knew that this was something that I had to be a part of.
I have learned just to be a leader, and how to be a leader, and how to be myself, and how to work with others even if you don't have the best relationship with them.
I'm glad that I learned that you shouldn't care as much about what people think, because honestly, it's not worth it.
Leading people is probably one of the biggest ones. How do I delegate work? How do I do this in a certain amount of time? And if anything, that's probably the thing I'm most grateful for that the drama club has taught me.
It's okay to accept that something isn't your strong suit.
And it's taught me how to fail, and fail gracefully, and fail epically.
I've learned not to give excuses, but instead to give results.
I've learned to pull my weight, and I've learned the importance of every single role, no matter how small you think it is.
Every single part of a show matters. So I used to be so obsessed with like, oh, I want to be the lead. Oh, I want to be the in charge, like the production stage manager. Oh, I want to be the props master. Like, it's just really important to remember that no matter where, like what you are, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're putting your best foot forward, like you matter just as much as everyone else.
Theater made me realize that like the end product is what we're all here for, and we're all here for each other, and I just need to take pride in the people that I get to spend my time with and the amazing shows and events that we put on.
There's nothing better to do than to just jump in to whatever it is and really just give it your all.
It's okay if you haven't found exactly who you are yet. That's what this club and community is all about.
Don't be afraid to fail. Pick yourself up, laugh it off, and learn from your mistakes.
Audition and interview for everything, whether you think you're going to get it or not, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what they're looking for.
Theater is something that you need to do for yourself. You shouldn't be doing theater for anyone else. Like, you need to go into every show, every audition, every crew interview with the mindset that you're there to learn something and grow, like as an individual. Because like the entire theme of theater that I've come to realize is growth.
There's a balance you have to find. I mean, theater's fun, but you are also creating a production, so there has to be some work aspect to it. Find that like line and just start walking it.
It's okay to not be friends with everybody, and also commit to doing something that scares you.
If you like it the first time, then then try to be involved in the future too, if you can.
It's something that we don't have here in Italy, so I'll probably just say enjoy it as much as you can.
Give everyone all the love, because you never know who needs it the most and who's going to be forever changed by it.
Be kind to one another. Make friends that value who you are.
A big piece of advice that I recently realized is really important through our current experience is that I should have soaked it up more.
Live in the moment and really soak in every single second and minute.
Even when you're stressed and you want to cry and you are crying, soak it up, because you're gonna miss it. Because you never know if a worldwide pandemic can cancel your spring musical.
I want to say thank you. One, for fueling my obsession with hugs. You guys have really shown me so much love. I love you, babies, sugars, love bugs, honey, whatever I have decided to call you. But I do love you guys, and I will miss you more than you would ever know.
Goodbye.
I can't wait to come and see you guys again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Burgess.
All right. Well, here I am back on the Highlands Theater stage. I think it is, I'm sorry that you can't have that last moment in here. So before I announce the season for next year, let's just take a quick walk of what our backstage looks like from a Secret Garden standpoint. We've got staircases and columns. There's a big, massive unit off stage over here. More set pieces. My props people, all of our prop supplies. There they are, all the gorgeous trees that we were going to utilize. Costumes, there's some costumes in the wings here. So we'll go into the shop really quick. Our almost fully painted sign, that's how close we were. Still a hot mess back here because we were in the middle of building. So there's just everything everywhere. So it's definitely surreal to be in here, for sure. So I'm sorry that we could not get together, you know, one last time. But I at least wanted to give you a little bit of a tour so you don't forget. All right. So at this point, for a lot of you, you're like, just get to it, Burgess. Just tell me what the season is next year, loser. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna make sure that my thing is set up correctly. Oh, good, it is. At least I think it is. We're about to find out. So I'm gonna share my screen. There's a share. All of my emails. Not what I need. Boom, there we go. So, all right, so here we go. So as far as the theater season is concerned, you know me, I like to draw it out just a little bit for you all. So I'm always looking at what we have. You know, everything can't just be like, we'll do whatever show. If I do whatever show that I want, then a lot of times we can't cast it well or we can't do it well. So I'm looking at what do we have? I'm also looking at what we can do, like how, you know, where does our skill set lie right now? You know, if we're honest, we're losing a decent amount of really good seniors that were in leadership positions. And so what does that mean? What purpose does it serve? You know, one thing that I need to keep in mind with coming into this next school year is all of this coronavirus pandemic and how does that change our shows? You know, going through Secret Garden has been Herculean, and it has been very difficult, challenging. I'm hoping very rewarding. We'll wait and see tomorrow night. But you know, I have to keep that in the back of my head too as we go forward, because I don't want to get stuck and be like, oh, we can't do anything, or oh, we can't have 10 people in a room together, or oh, we can only have 10 people in a room together, and how do we do that? And then lastly, is it challenging? Okay, so so if you look at this year, we did Diary of Anne Frank, we did Oliver, and we did The Secret Garden. And so as Mr. Bertasso said at one point, he was like, are you okay? Do you need some therapy? So I'm trying to swing the pendulum back a little bit to be a little bit lighter. And so our fall play is going to be called Death by Chocolate. It is a murder mystery kind of play. It basically deals with people keep dying off in this resort, and they're trying to figure out who did it. It's sarcastic. It's a little cynical. It's a comedy. I didn't want to jump into you know, a farcical kind of comedy, though there are some farcical elements to this kind of comedy. I want to always give a well-rounded kind of education. So we're going to do this play. Now, one thing I will say is these dates are tentative. We have not done our art scheduling yet, so these days are completely tentative, and this show is completely tentative. You know, with the coronavirus, I hope to do this show. This is my plan to do this show. But if we get to August and things are really changing, then I might change this show to be something that would be way easier to do with, you know, small groupings of people. Doesn't mean a small cast, but means small groupings of people, like a more vignette kind of show. But Death by Chocolate, it's very funny. I always love doing the play. Even on the little side screen there, I get the looks of like, I don't know this play. Most of you don't know many of the plays that I do. So it is what it is. Okay, so that's our fall play. All right, and then we get to the middle school musical, the epic middle school musical. And this year, you know, we tried something different and did something with more seriousness in Oliver. And I thought we handled it well, and it was simply fantastic. But I want to kind of go back in the different direction. I feel like at the middle school, we still need to work on character a little bit, being bigger than normal. So the show that I have decided is we're going to need a lot of big characters. And so what we're going to be doing next year is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown at the middle school. So extremely excited about that. Yes, we have the major players, Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Lucy, Sally, Schroeder. But we're going to fill out the cast with whole Peanuts gang. So there'll be Peppermint Patty and all these people. I've already started researching all of the Peanuts characters that have ever existed so that we can do that. So far, as you can tell, it's a way lighter season, okay? So, well, in the spring, we're not going to stop. All right, I wanted to do something as well. The trick was this, is since I'm kind of going in the other direction as far as a pendulum is concerned, and I wanted to keep things light, I didn't want the fall play and the spring musical to be identical. So it's like if I did a farce kind of show in the fall, then I can't do a farce musical because that's too much of one thing. However, if I want to stay in the realm of comedy, then I can do that. So our spring musical for 2021 is going to be Young Frankenstein. So I am extremely excited about doing Young Frankenstein. It's an absolutely hilarious musical. I was fortunate enough to see it on Broadway in previews. I actually met Mel Brooks when I saw it. It was an epic kind of moment. This show is absolutely hilarious. You know, we've got Igor and Frankenstein and Frau Bucher and Inga and all of these people. There's, you know, tap dancing in it, all kinds of things. And so I'm extremely excited about this season. I think it'll be an absolute blast. Hopefully, you know, the coronavirus like takes a turn to where we can actually perform these shows. That'll be something that we'll deal with in the fall. But these are our shows for the 2021 Highlands Theater season. I hope you're as excited as I am for that. I saw some jumping up and down from some people. So I'm so glad this worked. you know, putting this all together, I was like, we're going to do this. And I want to thank Jason Zoller so much for being the command center so that I could drive around and deliver those awards. I wanted there to be some live component to it. I know it's not ideal. I know it can be glitchy at times, but I was so happy to see those people and announce those people. My favorite part was walking up to a door and hearing the scream inside of exuberance. So yes, I thank Jason Zoller for all of his hard work and helped me with this. I thank the officers for going on with me with this crazy idea. And I thank you. I thank you all. I thank the parents that are watching. I thank the students that are watching, the alumni that are watching. I thank you all for accepting my crazy ideas, not saying let's just shelf everything and stop. It would have been easy to do, and no one would have said otherwise. No one would have batted an eye at all. But the fact that we went on and we're trying to do things, I think, is a testament to all of your grits and to all of your the makeup of who you are as people. So I thank you so much. This, at this point, is the end of the Drama Club banquet. I am, you know, I don't necessarily think I have any more to say. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed it from your houses and your watch parties. I see different watch parties there. Yeah, I hope to see a lot of you soon. You people that are involved in Pups and Newsies, I'll see you next week. We'll start some live in-person rehearsals, you know, come see the show if you're not a part of it. And we'll all see each other tomorrow night because we've got the Secret Garden. You know, WCPO gave us great coverage, great press coverage. So that was simply fantastic. That's going to start at 7:30 tomorrow night. And we'll all watch it together. Maybe even me too. Maybe I won't even get to look at it at all before it goes live. So we'll have to wait and see. So, all right. Thank you so much and have a great night.